Hey everybody, Barry at CTech-review. Today I want to do a deeper dive on a topic that is impacting not only 2025 Ram 1500 RHO owners, but standard Ram 1500s. If you get a chance, I'm going to include a link down below. We had a live stream the other day with Mark Dodge, some of the experts there, and we talked about some of the issues that we're both monitoring with the 2025 Rams, and one of them is the battery discharge issue that we're starting to see on some of these 2025 Rams. So let's get into this. I personally know this is a real issue because I have friends with 25 Ram 1500s that have had their batteries replaced already in their first, like, say 6, 8, 9,000 miles of their 2025 Ram 1500s. And I've been kind of curious, why is this happening? What's going on? What's causing it? What I want to share with you guys today is something that came to my attention this last week that could be part of this issue, what's impacting these trucks. And first, I also want to share with you guys, battery discharge issues on modern vehicles is a common issue. It's not just specific to Rams. I've had the same problem with my 21 Ford F-150 Raptor, as well as other friends with their F-150 Raptors, batteries being replaced in less than a year old. I also have had family and friends with new Yukons, new Escalades, where if they let their vehicle sit for a week, battery is dead. All these new vehicles are packed with so much technologies, computers, programs, modules, constantly communicating, especially like this one, if they're connected to, say, a Ram app or a Ford Pass app or a General Motors app where there's constant satellite connectivity to the vehicle and sending data, things of that nature, it's going to wear on the battery. One of the changes for the 2025 Ram 1500 is a completely new wiring architecture in this vehicle. They did this due to some of the new architecture, hands-free driving, and some of the other stuff that was added to the vehicle. It just made sense to update. I'm not sure, but I wonder if some of that has to do with theft issues with older Rams, if it's partly due to maybe a better theft deterrent. I'm not sure if that's part of it or not. But what I want to show you, one of the changes that is a really cool feature, when you walk up to the 2025 Ram, if you have your key in your hand, especially at night, you'll actually get the Ram light that kind of right here, where's it at? Right there. It's one of these three lights. It actually lights up on the ground, and you can actually see it will actually say Ram on the ground. So if it was night out, we'd see the Ram. But how that knows to work, and I haven't touched the door handle, is this right here. I don't know if you can see my screen or not. See that little red blinking light at the top of the LED? See that right there? That is basically letting me know my truck is within proximity to my key fob. This is important to show you guys. Now, I'm going to keep doing this, and let's see when this red light goes away. Now, as you can see right now, the red light is not blinking, right? You're not seeing this blinking. Now, I'm going to get a little closer. See how that picked up? Okay, this is important. So when that light is blinking, the vehicle computers and modules are communicating back to your key fob to let you know, hey, someone's about to get into the vehicle. And because of this, let's start getting different control modules ready to operate the vehicle. This is not uncommon to other vehicles. All of our vehicles in the garage, as soon as you open the door, you start hearing noises and things under the hood. This is basically preparing the engine to start out. Maybe fuel pumps getting ready, maybe cooling fans, maybe other computers are getting ready so that as soon as you hit the ignition start button, it's going to work perfectly. So when you see that little red light on your key fob, it's speaking back and forth, back and forth. Something's about to happen. So imagine if you never took your key out of your vehicle. Or imagine if you had your key fob hanging in your garage or in your house within 25 feet of your truck. These vehicles are constantly communicating. This could be one of the issues that is part of this battery drainage issue. If the vehicle never goes to sleep and this key fob is constantly communicating, let's see if it's working right now. Okay, so if this key fob is constantly communicating with the truck, the truck doesn't sleep. And when it's not sleeping, it's using battery to power these controls, turning on and off, and it's just draining the battery until the truck starts up to charge the battery with the alternator. It's dropping the charge. With that being said, I have friends that have had issues recently where their battery is replaced. I asked him, I said, hey, I had a question. Do you ever leave your key fob in the vehicle? He said almost every night. Interesting. I'm wondering, his battery went bad. He left his keys and his key fob in the vehicle, and his batteries are bad. So what I would recommend if you're a 25 Ram 1500 owner, leave your comments down below. Maybe you've had a battery issue with one of these trucks. Maybe you have not. But knowing what I know in the last week, I wanted to share this with you guys. Try to keep your key fob away from the truck. It might help the life of the battery until they do an over-the-air update to kind of address some of these things. It's something new. The other thing I think that's going to be interesting to see is with this new key fob and the proximity working with this, I wonder if we'll be burning through batteries a little more often with the key fobs. Not a big deal, they're like $3, but it'll be something I'm keeping an eye on as well. I know there might be other issues going on with battery discharge as well, but this is something that just came to my attention. I wanted to share with you guys. I personally have not had a battery issue, fortunately, with my 25 Ram 1500 RHO, and I'm thankful for that. But I will be keeping an eye on this, and we get into some cold climates and some vehicle sitting sometimes for an extended period. So I'll be curious to see if this issue comes up with my truck, but fortunately it has not so far. So if we do a quick Google search and put in 2025 Ram 1500 battery dead or problems, you will see some topics come up. Some on some FitGen Ram pages, on Reddit, on other forums. You can see there are quite a few hits where you can talk about these problems on the 2025 Ram 1500. It also obviously comes up on the RHO forum. So I didn't go any deeper other than the first page. I just wanted to provide to you guys some different topics where you can kind of see this is, if you Google search it, you will see people are talking about this issue. So it's funny, if we do the exact same search for 2024 Ram 1500 battery problems, look at this, Reddit, 70 plus comments. FitGen Rams 2024, Dodge Ram forums, Ram 1500. Okay, these are all 2024s with the old battery architecture, with the old wiring system, and with the Hemi. But clearly this is only a Mopar, Ram, Stellantis problem, right? Because, they don't know how to build vehicles. They're the only ones having battery drainage issues. This is not true, guys. Everybody's struggling. Here's an article. I found tons of stuff around the 2020 to 2024 Cadillac Escalade, and their battery draw issue is coming from a switch in one of the seats. They're finding a 200 to 300 milliamp discharge. So this is happening, guys, across the board, across lots of different manufacturers other than just Ram. Anyhow, guys, leave your comments down below. I'm curious to see if you've had any issues with your batteries or other vehicles as well. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Hey, if you like this as well, feel free to give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.